Is the mic or the thunder? Okay. I want to know what all you doing there that the mic making that noise. प्रेम से बोले श्री आदि शक्ति देवी दुर्गा माता की जय. Sitaram to one and all. Putting the hands together, closing the physical eyes, we all pray. Om Gajananam Bhutaganadesevitam Kapeta Jambho Palisar Bhakshanam Umasutam Shoka Vinashikarkam Namami Viganeshwar Parapankajam Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Saraswati Rupena Sanskritam Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Nagendraharam Trilochanaya Bhashmangragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shudaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya. Om Anjani Garbhasan Mukhom Vayu Putro Mahabam Kumaro Brahmachari Cha Hanuman Me Prasiddha Me. Om Bhurbhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nam Prachodayam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvabhem Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishabhem. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Prem se bole Sri Adi Shakti Devi Durga Mata ki Jai. शरण्याये हे हम तुम्हारे दया करो हे दयालु भगवान. O Lord, we have come to take shelter at your door. Dear Lord, have mercy upon us and give us that shelter that we are seeking. शरण में आए हैं हम तुम्हारे, दया करो हे दयालु भगवान। विषम बिगड़े दशा हमारे, दया करोगे दयालु भगवान। शरण children of God, when we go to the Lord for that shelter, you know, it comes like if one comes to you for help. And when they come to you for help, they start boasting, I am this and I have that and I have that and I have the other. But they really come to you for help. Would you be ready to help them then? Because you'll believe that they don't need any help. So this is why the bhajan is saying, dear Lord, we come to you, and we come to you, dear Lord, for shelter. But the bhajan is telling to us how we should go to seek that help, to seek that shelter. It says here, the bhajan, na hame bala hai, na hame bhakti. Lord, I have no strength, I have no devotion. Na hum e sadhan, na hame shakti. Lord, I do not have anything. Tumhare dhar ke hai hum bhikhari. I come to you, dear Lord, begging. I need your shelter. I have nothing at all. So my dear friends, when we come to the Lord, we come to the Divine Mother here to do our devotion. You have to come very humble, very simple, and put your petition to her. This mother never fails us. And tonight's katha is going to show us just that. Last night, we started a very wonderful katha last night, and tonight it is the concluding part of that katha. Meli chadhar puri ki kaise द्वार तुम्हारे आगो हे पवन परमेश्वर मेरे मन ही मन शर्मा मुझको जग में बेचा देकर निर्मल काया आकर के संसार में मैंने इसको धाग लगाया जन्म जन्म की अब क्या छाड़ मेली निर्मल वाणी पाकर तुझसे नाम तेरा गाया नैन मुंड कर अब क्या गीत सुनाऊं, मेली चादर फूल की कैसे, मेली चादर फूल की। इन पैरों से चलकर तेरे मंदिर कभी न आया, जहाँ जहाँ हो पूजा तेरी कभी न शीश झुकाया। हे हरि हर मैं की आया, अब क्या हार चुकाऊं, मेली चादर मेली चादर की, द्वार तुम्हारे हे पवन परमेश्वर मेरे, मन ही मन शर्मा, मेली चादर की कैसे, मेली चादर की कैसे। Again, my dear friends, this version says, we're the Lord of the Divine Lord, and we have to make a presentation. Yeah, we have to make a presentation, and each and every one of us will have to make that presentation. It says, with your presentation be a joyful one, or will it be one that you'll be ashamed of? And so, children of God, you know, we have been given two strong feet in Peirose, you know. We have been given two strong feet. Have you taken these feet to go to the places of Tirat? Have you taken it to come to the Mandir? Each step that you make towards the Mandir, my dear friends, it's a Tirat, you know. So this evening, I want to continue with this wonderful katha. This katha where this child with her parents, they went to this beautiful lake, my dear friends, and for some reason the parents' eyes moved away from the child. And so, children of God, what happened? She take a piece of stick, sharpened piece of stick, and she pierced the eyes of that great saint, that great, you know, Bhakt, who was there praying, and he was praying so much that an ants came and built a hill over him, a nest over him, and only his two eyes were showing. And she took the stick and she shook the eyes, although the saint was giving her the advice not to do it, not to do it. But yet still, my dear friends, out of curiosity, you know, out of wanting to know, and this is something that we must understand. Children are at the age they would like to explore. But as a parent, you have to know how much to allow them to explore. You as the parent have to know how much and how far you can allow them. So my dear friends, you all remember what happened there? What happened there, my dear friends, was that the king, King Saryati, when his daughter shook the eyes, he burst the eyes of the saint, And the saint was in so much of pain. My dear friends, he stopped the bowel movement and he stopped the bladder movement of every animal, all living being on that island. And according to our dharma, our teachings, we are all surviving because of prana. Everyone, every aspect of religion teaches that there is a breath of life. And so too, my dear friends, we accept that there is a breath of life, which we refer to as prana. But the prana is beyond just the breath of life. How it becomes the breath of life? You have to inhale. When you inhale the oxygen, that's the breath of life, not so? Isn't when we inhale the oxygen, that's the breath of life? But that breath of life, my dear friends, if it does not circulate in the system, then you are just as good as dead. If it is circulating in the system and it is not absorbing to the cells and the organs, then you are still good as dead, because you will get no energy from it. And after it has been absorbed into the system, if there is no excretion, then you are as good as dead. So devotees and friends, when all excretion was stopped, everyone, the animals and everything was at the point of dying. And when the king was concerned and trying to find out who have hurt the great saint, Chayavan, the daughter came up and she accepted. Father, it was I who did it. And so the saint had warned me not to do it, but I still did it. And there the father went to make that peace with the saint Chayavan. And Chayavan then asked, he says, the only how I will make peace is if you allow your daughter to take care of me, but she must first marry me. She must not stay here without marrying me. And so, children of God, now the katha continues and it takes a very wonderful turn, this evening, so that we can all, my dear friends, understand that we may take situations and make it to believe, my dear friends, as very simple, but it has very long problems and difficulties. One wrong action bring us, my dear friends, Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Man, Jai Jagadambha Bhavani Ma. Ambe Bhavani Mata, Ambe Bhavani, Ambe Bhavani Mata, Ambe Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadambha Bhavani, Jai Jai Jagadambha Bhavani, Jai Jai Jai. जय जय मां, जय जगदम्ब भवानी मां। व्यास जी बोले आश्विन कुमार रोकी यहाँ, भाट सुनाकर परम सुंदरी, राजकुमारी सुकन्यां अत्यंतां लीजित हो गठी। देवा कन्या के सघृषा वहां, राजा पुत्र उनसे कहने लगी। जय जय देवी जय जय मां, जय जगदम्बा भवानी मां। आप लोग मुझे राजा सरयाती थे पुत्री, तथा चयावन मुनि की। भरया समाजे मैं एक प्रतिभृत श्री हूँ, मेरे पिताजी ने स्वेच्छा से मुझे इन्हें सौंप दिया है। जय जय देवी जय जय मां। हे देवताओं मेरे पति देवा, वृद्धो तथा नेत्रहीन है, वे परम तपस्वी है। मैं प्रसन्न मन से दिन रात उनकी सेवा करते रहते हूँ। जय जय देवी मां। आप दोनों कौन हैं और यहाँ क्यों पधारे हुए हैं? मेरे पति देवा इस समय आश्रम में विराजन है। आप लोग वहन चलाकर आश्रम के पवित्र कीजिए। हे राजन आश्विन कुमार रोने, सुकन्या के भट सुनाकर उसे कहा है कल्याणी, तुम्हारे पत्नी तुम्हें उन्हें तपस्वी के को कैसे सौंपा दिया। जय जय देवी जय जय मां, जय जगदम्बा भवानी मां। अम्बे भवानी माता अम्बे भवानी, अम्बे भवानी माता अम्बे भवानी। So I told to you last evening that the two sons, the twin brothers of Surya, Ashwin Kumar, they're two brothers, twin, very beautiful, very handsome. They came to where that beautiful young lady was, the wife of Chayavan. But remember, Chayavan was a very old sage, you know. He was very old. He was blind too because she made him blind. And so, my dear friends, they appeared, the princess was always beautiful. And these two Ashwins came, my dear friends, just at that moment they sighted her when she had her bath in a clear stream, and as she was coming, being enchanted by her extraordinary lovely beauty, devotees and friends, they thought she might be one of those Devis, you know, Adeva Kavya, and quickly went to her and fondly asked of her, you know, oh slow moving one, who are you? You know, we'd like to know you. You smile very, you have a very nice smile. You have lovely eyes. So they were now looking, my dear friends, and they were creating discussion. Whose daughter are you? So they want to know now whose daughter. So they want to know if now if she is married. And that's how the discussion does go, Ravi. Who daughter you is? But then when you want to know what they married now, if they married now, what is the next question you will ask if you want to know if they married? The boys of today age will be bold enough. You're married already? No, but in this age, they didn't do it so raw. What he said? He says, who is your husband? And why have you come alone to bed in the stream? So you see, they're wanting to know that if she is single, why have you come here alone? Oh, lotus eye one, you seems to be a second Lakshmi. Nice words, eh? That's what you tell Denise when you see she. Yes, my dear friend, very beautiful words. But what this was doing to this child, the daughter of this king, the wife of Chayava, what it was doing to her. So when she told to them that, that she is the daughter of the king, well, she didn't tell them that as yet, but they asked of her, why have not hundreds of maidservants accompany you to the stream to bathe? O lovely faced one, speak truly, whether you are a princess or you are just one of those Devis. And so, children of God, she then replied, and she said that I am the daughter of Saryati. Father has given me over in marriage to this Maharishi Chayava, and I gladly. So you see, she putting them right now back into position. I gladly do savor to my husband. So devotees and friends, he says, who are you? And why have you come here? My husband is staying in the ashram. Kindly come and sanctify that ashram. So she asked them, who are you? Please come. My husband is in the ashram. Come meet him. So you're giving the girl all that talk, Ravi. You think you'll go to meet your husband now? So devotees and friends, what happened? The Devas then realized that the husband was old, he was blind, and they start telling her now, oh my, this Brahma had done something so wrong. Why it is that Brahma have allowed you to be with such an old, blind husband? In vain you have selected him for your husband. So they're telling to she now, that is not a good choice you make. So devotees and friends, the Katha continue again, and let us listen. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Maa, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Maa. Ambe Bhavani Mata, Ambe Bhavani, Ambe Bhavani Mata, Ambe Bhavani. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Maa, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Maa. He Kamala Lochani, Aise Netrahina, Muni ka patni रूप में पाकर तुम्हारा जीवन व्यारता हो गया है. हम लोग इस तारह से वन में तुम्हारे निवास करने तथा भेल वस्त्र धरण करने के. जय जय देवी, जय जय मां, जय जगदम्बा भवानी मां. हे कंते हमें करण करके तुम इंद्र की नंदानवानन में तथा कुबेर की चैत्रतावन में स्वेच्छ पूर्वक विहार करके करो हे मनी. जय जय देवी, जय जय मां, जय जगदम्बा भवानी मां. अम्बे भवानी माता, अम्बे भवानी, अम्बे भवानी माता, अम्बे भवानी. जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय जय जगदम्बा भवानी. अम्बे भवानी माता, अम्बे भवानी, अम्बे भवानी माता, अम्बे भवानी. जय जय जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी. आज शक्ति देवी दुर्गा माता की जय. So devotees and friends, they continue. They continue on this poor child. And they're telling to her, listen, O Devi, this had no good sign. This is not a good sign that you are with this blind, old, great seed. He cannot maintain nor protect you. Why are you then serving him in vain? O spotless one. You know this, they watch how double tongue there now. O spotless one, leave at once this husband of yours. He is quite incapable of giving any sort of pleasure, and marry one of us. So the brave and the bold too. Marry one of us. Leave your husband. He cannot do anything for you. Leave him and marry one of us. Devotees and friends. It says, if you marry one of us, you will enjoy Nandan, Kanya and the forest of Chaitra. You know, all the beautiful places. Like right now, if you're coming to fool somebody, now come. I go carry you to America, I go carry you to England, I go carry you all over, you know. And they will give you all the roundabout story. They might even want to carry you to the stars and the moon also. Prem Sabole Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. You are endowed with all auspicious signs. Moreover, you are a princess. You are not ignorant to all enjoyment of the world. You know about worldly enjoyment. But why are you allowing yourself to be with this old blind sage? And so, devotees and friends, quit now. Again, they're asking she, quit now your aged husband and marry one of us for your happiness. Then you will be able to enjoy excellent celestial things in the heaven. What pleasure you derive by your staying in this forest with your blind husband. It is very painful for you to serve your blind husband. It is very painful for you to serve at this young age of yours, to remain in this forest and serve the aged man. Oh princess, is that you? Is trouble you like and nothing else? It says, one with a beautiful face like you have a face like the moon. We see that you are a very soft lady. So to collect water and fruits is never fitting a duty of yours. Marry one of us. Devotees and friends, let us listen what happened now. So I want to tell to you, in this Kali age, it's not only the men and them now that's me making those moves, The ladies and them now doing it. Alright? So brothers, you all be very careful too. Alright, Munish? I didn't mean anything of Beverly, so don't question him tonight why what Baba had to call it. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Man, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Ma. Ambe Bhavani Mata Ambe Bhavani, Ambe Bhavani Mata Ambe Bhavani. Oh! Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani. Ambe Bhavani Mata Ambe Bhavani, Ambe Bhavani Mata Ambe Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Man, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Ma. व्यास जी बोले उन आश्विन कुमार रोकी, वहां बात सुनाकर मिताभश नीरजा पुत्री सुकन्या ठर ठर कंपन लगी और धैर्याम धरण करके उनसे बोली जय जय देवी जय जय मां। हे देवताओं आप दोनों सूर्य पुत्रा है, आप लोग सर्व ज्ञान तथा देवता हो, सम्मन्या है मुझे पतिव्रते तथा धर्म परन्याश्री के प्रति आपको ऐसे बात नहीं कहनी चाही. जय जय देवी जय जय मां. हे सुर सृष्टो मेरे पिताजी के मुझे इन्हीं योग परयन मुनि को सौंपा दिया है. तप में व्यामी चरी श्रीयों के धूर से भीतम उस मर्गा का अनुसरण कैसे. जय जय देवी जय जय मां. जय जगदम्बा भवानी मां. व्यास कुमार रोखे समन प्रतीता होने वाला. उन तीनों को रूपा अवश्यम स्वर विपभूषण तथा अकुथे में पुरंता एक जैसा दिख कर चहाम सुखन्या. जय जय देवी जय जय मां. जय जगदम्बा भवानी मां. अम्बे भवानी माता अम्बे भवानी.
अम्बे भवानी माता अम्बे भवानी. जय 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 जगदम्बा 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 भवानी.
अम्बे भवानी माता अम्बे भवानी. अम्बे भवानी माता अम्बे भवानी.
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी. जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी. जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी. जय जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
Our Shakti Devi Durga Mata ki. So devotees and friends, she told to them, she said, listen now. She said, to all, you are the son of Surya. And you both should know better than this. But it tells to us, Vyasji is telling to us, when she listened to the words of these two young, handsome guys, their handsomeness didn't take her. It says she started to tremble. I don't know what Vyasji was implying. Sometimes when people start to tremble, it means they're getting angry. So I don't know if she was getting angry. But she was very firm with them. And she told to them, it says, you are the son of Surya. And you are the acknowledged deities among the gods. Especially you know everything. I am just a pure virtuous woman. You ought not to speak to me in the above manner. Very, very important point she made, my dear friends. She showed them their position and then she told to them straight away, you are not supposed to speak to me in that manner. So my dear friends, what this young lady is doing is she's telling them how she should be treated. How she should be treated. And my dear friends, I'm telling to you this evening, this is a very, very important point. We allow situation to roll down and roll down and roll down. We allow people to speak to us as they want. It is our duty to tell them very nicely and politely, hey, listen, this is not the way you speak to me. I do not appreciate that. You are not supposed, you should know better. But if, my dear friends, A wife tell the husband, hey, listen, you're supposed to talk to me the way you talk to me today, you know. Well, he mad. And if the husband tell the wife, you know, my dear, you should not speak to me, my beloved, you should not have spoken to me the way you... Well, oh God, there's more trouble again. They vex with you for a week now. Prem Subalashidam Chanda Bhagavan Ki. But my dear friends, here, this young lady, Sukanya, she is saying that I am a very virtuous woman. You ought not to speak to me in the above manner. O twin devas, you know, you should not speak to me. My husband, Chayavan Muni, is practicing the yoga dharma. Besides, I am very committed and loyal to my husband. How can I behave like a loose woman when I am a pure woman? She told them. He says, the way and what you want me to do, you want me to behave like a prostitute. He said, and I cannot behave like that. My dear sisters, my dear mothers, you have to put your foot down. Do not allow people to treat you as though you are just a footmat. No. Prem Subalashidam Chanda Bhagavan Ki Jai. Says your father. Your father is the witness to everything. So when he's seeing what you're doing, the good and the bad actions, the son is witnessing all the good and bad actions of all people. He is therefore looking on at our actions right now also. Besides, you both are born in the family of that high-souled one, Kasyapa Rishi. You come from high lineage. What are you behaving so like an ordinary street person? So the trembleness is not anger, but she was very firm in her words. I'm not seeing the anger here coming up, but we're seeing firm words coming. So my dear friends, says that thus it is wrong for you to utter such irreligious and infamous words. You know very well the course of dharma. You know what is religion and what is irreligious in this world, which has not, got nothing substantial. How can a family woman leave her husband and serve another? So this message is not only for all of them, it is for every one of us. She is saying, how can a family woman leave her husband and serve another? And to my brothers and fathers and everybody else, when the girls and them approach you, this should be your answer too. How can a family man leave his family and think about you and serve another? Go wherever you like, O sinless devas. I am the daughter of Sarayati, and my name is Sukanya. Go where you want. This is my name. I am Sukanya, and I stand firm by what I believe in. And I am devoted to my husband. Says, if I was not devoted to my husband, I will give to you a srap. For your mischievousness, I would have given to you a srap. Devotees and friends, let us listen now what followed. Very important thing follow again now. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Ma. Ambe Bhavani Mata, Ambe Bhavani, Ambe Bhavani Mata, Ambe Bhavani.
Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani.
Ambe Bhavani Mata, Ambe Bhavani, Ambe Bhavani Mata, Ambe Bhavani.
Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani.
Jai Jai Devi,
Jai Jai Ma, Jai
Jagadamba Bhavani Ma. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Ma,
Jai Jagadamba
Bhavani Ma. Sukanya bole, He Jagadambe, मैं महाम कष्ट से पीड़िता होकर आपके शरण में आए हैं। आप मेरे पति व्रत धर्म की रक्षा करें। मैं आपके चरण से प्राणम करती हूँ। जय जय देवी, जय जय माँ,
Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Ma,
अम्बे भवानी माता, अम्बे भवानी, अम्बे भवानी माता, अम्बे भवानी।
Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jagadamba Bhavani.
So the two Ashwin Kumar, the sons of Surya, told to her, Sukanya, we are very pleased. We are very pleased with your pure heart. We are very pleased with the loyalty that you have towards your husband. Children of God, I want to tell to you, to all my married sisters and brothers and fathers and mothers, you know, if your husband do one little thing that's not pleasing to you, you're calling the world now and telling them, my husband this and my husband that, or the husband, my wife this and no. My dear friends, this Sukinya was very loyal. She never uttered a word to say that, yes, I understand my husband is blind. She never used that. She never used her husband's condition to still justify and substantiate why she's not doing it. She left her husband right there. He's blind, he's old, but I am of service to him. She keep mentioning that. But devotees and friends, they now told to her that we know that you're very loyal to your husband. You're a very pure woman. We want to give you a boon. We want to give you a gift. And that gift is that we want to make your husband back young and handsome once more with his sight. But there is a condition. And the condition is that two of us and your husband, we are going into that tank. The tank is the pool of water that they bathe and all of that into, you know. They call it a tank because in India, I think it's still prevalent where they will drill water from the ground and it come up and they keep it in a tank, you know. So the condition is that three of us, we are going into that tank and three of us will be looking the same thing. Your husband will be looking just like two of us. And anyone you choose, then that will be your husband. Do you agree to that? We're willing to bring back your husband, Norma. But three of us will look the same and you will have to make the choice. It sounds good. But then what about if she chooses the wrong one? Where all her loyalty and everything will go. So she told to them, she says, okay, let me discuss this with my husband. And this discussion, my dear friends, in nowadays, it is deteriorating. That connection between husband and wives is deteriorating in this Kali age. When there is a discussion, it means that two people are on even terms talking the situation, and then we will come up with what is the best idea. So she said, listen, I can't make that decision. I have to talk to my husband first. And so they went into the ashram. She went and talked to her husband and told the husband what their actions are. And the husband tell her, say, what you worried about? He said, let them do what they had to do as fast as they could. So my dear friends, Chayavan and the two sons of Surya went into the tank, and the three of them came out the same. And she was a little bit puzzled. She was really puzzled, and she did not know who to choose. I will not tell you, episode will continue tomorrow. Don't worry. I will not. So the line tells to us, my dear friends, इस प्रकार मन में that's not it. Sukanya Boli. She's talking to somebody now, and this is who she's talking to. Hey Jagadambe, मैं महान कष्ट से विधित होकर आपकी शरण में आई हूँ. So she's speaking to Bhagavati Devi. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Bhagavati Rupena Sanskritam Namastasya 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 Namo Namaha. Ambe Bhavani Mata Ambe Bhavani Ambe Bhavani Mata Ambe Bhavani. Mata ki. So she started to pray to Jagadamba Ma. She said, hey Ma. She said, today, my house, I am confused in my house, Uma. I need your help. I am in a position that I cannot determine which one is my husband. And I need your help. And she went, my dear friends, and she totally submitted herself to the Divine Mother. She never told the mother, I feel this one is it, or that one is it, or that one. No. She totally submitted herself to the Divine Mother and say, Mother, you guide me now. Your guidance, Mother, if I make the mistake, then you help me make the mistake. So Mother, guide me. And the mother, Jagadambama, blessed her. And he says, Sukanya, Uti, please stand up and look at the three of them. And you now will have the third eye. You will be able to see within each and every one of them. And you will know who your husband is. My dear friends, when you devote yourself to the divine, when you devote yourself to the Divine Mother and you really spend time with the Divine Mother, you will be able to get your choices corrected. For those young boys and them like Nikhil and all of them who already chose your girl, you can't do what I'm going to tell you now. But I'm very proud of you. You reached satsang this evening. Prem Sabale Sri Adi Shakti Devi Durga Mata Ki Jai. My dear friends, my own experience. When I was a young boy like Nikhil, each morning though, as a rule, Mr. and Mrs. Harinarayan Ram Sumir, we used to have to take that lota and go and offer Surya Narayan Jal. But I was initiated in Gayatri Mantra, the Divine Mother Gayatri. My Guru have given that mantra to me when I was 11 years old. That's when I got my first job mala. And I started. And when I was ready to get married, I used to go and recite that Gayatri Mantra 10 times in front of because you had to go to work, and say, Surya, I want you to give me the correct person who can live with me to do what I am doing and stand by me. Because my task, because at that time I was already busy in spiritual work. And you know my direction. And my dear friends, I prayed I want somebody who will be able to lift me with my spiritual work and also give me the satisfaction to take care of my parents. If I tell to you all, I can't tell to you all. The day that I saw my wife, what she had in her hand, as a pundit, I would have never said I want that girl to marry. No one say, don't worry. Serious. But there was a connection. Because I have been asking for this. And later on, I get to understand from one of her cousins who is also a pundit, who was there at the engagement, and he bust her files there at the engagement, that every night that she came from satsang, she used to be praying to Lord Vishnu, and he said that she get a Lord Vishnu to get a husband who is also sitting down on the Singhasan and reading, and she got what she wanted, and I got what I wanted. 39 years after, we can still say that we got what we wanted, but I'm telling to you how I got it. By praying to that Divine Mother. And this is the same thing that Sukanya is teaching us here I did not read Sukanya Katha then, but it was the direction, the innermost direction that gave me that, you know. But Sukanya is telling to us now so that all of you have that into you. Pray to the Divine Mother and she will direct you. So my dear friends, when the prayer and the Divine Mother bless her, when she looked at the other two of them, she was able to read their mind and see the little crookedness. And she chose her correct husband. My dear friends, when she chose her correct husband, these two sons of Surya were so amazed to see the loyalty of Sukanya. And so, my dear friends, they went into the ashram. They made friends with Chayavan. Where there is another katha now, where Chayavan and the two sons of Surya started. I would not start that katha because if tomorrow I start it, we can't finish it. Prem Sabole Sri Surya Narayan Bhagwan Ki Hari Om Tat Sat. Prem Sabole Jagadamba Mata Ki. And this brings me to the end of my katha this evening. Wonderful katha, beautiful katha. Katha started yesterday telling to us, and I tell to all parents, listen, you need to be on top of the acts of your children. My wife don't think no matters. When she find my two girls are reaching, she will call them on the phone and find out, I want to know where all you're right now, tell me. And they cannot say anything but to say where they are. Because they know what they're coming home to meet. You know, she will call. I just tell she, don't call them. I will text. And I say, what is the line of the sentence? Huh? What's your location or where you all at? Sometimes I just get a response, sometimes. When I see the blue tick, I know, well, okay. They safe because they could give me a blue, they read it. She don't do that. She will call them where you are. And that is important. We must know where our children are. We must know that. So she always tells to them, if for some reason you have to move from where we are knowing that you are, communication is so nice now that you call home, please, and let us know that you'll be a little bit later and where you are at. My dear friends, that is not just parents and child, but that is for the security. That is security for each and every individual. Some of our boy children will believe, well, okay, no, you want to know too much. But as I told to you all, my mother have died. 2nd of January will make her 30 years since she died. And so it means that I was 35 years old when my mother died. And I was a married man. And my wife will tell to you, wherever we go, my parents will know where we are. Yeah. And I'm telling to you, sons and daughters, don't believe that you have so much to hide that you cannot allow your parent to know what is your position. If you cannot tell them where your position is, it means you in some way place wrong. Some place that you're not supposed to be. If you're in a place that you're supposed to be, you will have no fear in telling your parents where you are. I end my katha this evening. Pandit Jai will lead us into Arti this evening. Come carry this harmonium for him then. Okay, Dinesh, Pandit giving you the chance to do it. What's the time now? Oh, 9:05. All right, Dinesh, go sing. Everybody stand up who have your coconuts. Come forward now. So any of the young people here today present, can you all tell me that I said something wrong, or I did some, the kata was referring wrong, or we taking too much advantage of you all? Crystal, you think the kata taking advantage of you as a young person? Nikhil, do you think the kata is taking advantage of you? Anil, do you think the kata is taking advantage of you? Franklin, you alright, son? Franklin is my godson, you know, from a long, long time. How long? Very long, many years ago. Let us all pray. Om Sri Krishna Krishna Sagyai Pavitya Mamasya Vidyar Pradve Sri Divala Kalipati Saptami Vaivas Manvantar Kalipatam Charane Jambu Dvipe West Indies Kande Arvat Arike Desh Antargati Trinidad Desh Namo Narayanaya Namo Namaham Sri Gotra Namayam Sri Dehik Devik Bhautik Tapatriya Nirvamurtiya Devi Grahari Shivani Madhava Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalini Durga Chama Shive Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute Ad Shakti Devi Durga Mata Ki Jai.
सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल ले तेरा बेत चराया ले तेरा बेत चराया तुम मुरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया चोल तेरे अंग विराजे सुवर चोल तेरे अंग विराजे केसर तिलक लगाया केसर तिलक लगाया सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया नागपामा अकबर आया नागपामा अकबर आया सोने का क्षेत्र चराया सोने का क्षेत्र चराया सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया ऊंचे पर्वत बनिए दिवाला ऊंचे पर्वत नीचे शहर बसाया नीचे शहर बसाया सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया द्वापर त्रेता माझे कलियुग राज सवाया कलियुग राज सवाया हे सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती
मोहन भोग लगाया मोहन भोग लगाया सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
धन्य भगत में तेरे गुण गाया
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 मन वंचित फल पाया मन वंचित फल पाया हे सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
हे सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
हे पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल
हे तेरा बेट चढ़ाया हे तेरा बेट चढ़ाया हे सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुवर चोल तेरे अंग विराजे
सुवर चोल मेरे अंग विराजे
हे सुवर चोल तेरे अंग विराजे
सुवर चोल मेरे अंग विराजे
केसर तिलक लगाया केसर तिलक लगाया सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
आगे पामा अकबर आया
आगे पागा अकबर आया
हे नागे पामा अकबर आया
आगे आगा पर्वत
सोनिक चक्र चराया सोनिक चक्र चराया सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
ऊंचे पर्वत बन्य दिवाला
ऊंचे पर्वत बंगरिया
हे ऊंचे पर्वत बन्य दिवाला
ऊंचे पर्वत बंग विराजा
नीचे शहर बसाया नीचे शहर बसाया हे सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता माये द्वापर त्रेता मागे
सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मागे
कलियुग राज सवाया कलियुग राज सवाया सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वतवासी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
धूप दीप नैवेद्या आरती
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती
धूप दीप नैवेद्या आरती
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती
मोहन भोग लगाया
मोहन
मोहन
भोग
भोग
लगाया
हे मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
धन्य भगत में तेरे गुण गाया
धन्य भगत ने तेरे गुण गाया
हे धन्य भगत में तेरे गुण गाया
धन्य भगत ने तेरे गुण गाया
मन वंचित फल पाया मन वंचित फल पाया ओ मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
ए सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा
शक्ति शक्ति जय महाशक्ति
शक्ति शक्ति जय महाशक्ति
शक्ति शक्ति जय महाशक्ति
शक्ति शक्ति जय महाशक्ति
जय परमेश्वर जय विश्वशक्ति जय
परमेश्वर जय विश्वशक्ति
जय परमेश्वर जय शिवशक्ति
जय परमेश्वर जय शिवशक्ति
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणां त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शांति शांति हरि ओम। आज शक्ति देवी दुर्गा माता की, शंकर भगवान की, सनातन धर्म की, ओम श्री गुरुदेवता की जय जय सीताराम. All please have your seat. Our tea and prasad will come to you, and there is refreshment for all. Please remain at your seat so that the members can distribute.